The ore is fully exposed. We have undertaken a lot of the blasting, the grade control drilling. We've got all our systems in place now. We're building quite a stockpile ahead of the commissioning of the plant.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Kodal Minerals CEO Bernard Aylward. Bernard, very good to speak with you. You're out recently with an update on your Bougouni project in Mali, and you're now targeting first lithium production for the first quarter of 2025, still within budget though.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. And actually, it was around our AGM, and we're very happy to have shareholders and do quite an extensive Q&A around that meeting. So a lot of our shareholders are fully up to date with what's been happening on site. And we said at the meeting, the real reason that we put that out was to allow people to see that while we're still targeting production by the end of the year, we're being conservative as we always are, and just outlining the fact that there's probably going to be a delay given the cumulative effect of many small delays. And disappointing in some way, but the guys are still working hard to get us production before the end of the year, and I hope they do. But we just want people to be aware of possible delay. Budget's obviously important. We're still within the budget. We're still maintaining that the whole construction will be in under 65 million, that the site is really progressing very well. There's a lot of activity, and even between the AGM and now, there's a lot more of the crushing circuit and the DMS actually put in place and erected. The mining is still ahead of schedule, and things are going full steam ahead on site.
How about the transfer of the mining license? How are those discussions with the Malian government going, Bernard?
Yeah, look, that's a key focus for us, and we've spent a lot of time with the government officials. And as we outlined, there's been a commission established to review every mining license in Mali. We're a focus of that, of course, because we're a new industry, we're a new mine. We're going to bring something new to Mali, and they're very keen for us to proceed. We haven't yet reached a final position, but we expect to shortly. And we expect that we'll achieve a good result. But as I outlined at the AGM, the 2023 code is now fully functional. And we expect that while we'll preserve some of our rights, that the underlying code will be the 2023 code.
You mentioned mining, Bernard. So mining of the pegmatite ore has commenced.
Yep.
Could you give us an update on that and how you're building that stockpile ahead of the plant commissioning?
Yeah, look, actually, we're proceeding really well with the mine, with the actual open pit mining. The ore is fully exposed. We have undertaken a lot of the blasting, the grade control drilling. We've got all our systems in place now. We're building quite a stockpile ahead of the commissioning of the plant. Off the top of my head, I can't give you the numbers, sadly, Stephen, but it's well in excess of 60,000 tonnes sitting up there on the ROM now. And we continue to build that ahead of the production commencing.
So, as you said, equipment continues to arrive at port for transportation to the site. Take us through the next steps as you move towards production at the end of this year or beginning of next year.
So we're expecting the third ship to arrive in Abidjan by the end of this month. That contains a lot of the electricals and piping and connections for the plant. That'll be quickly delivered to site. And then the final things to arrive will be the electric circuit with the generators, the power plant, and they'll be arriving towards the early December. So commissioning should be underway in early December, and looking to try and meet our target, but just acknowledging that there is a chance for that delay, a strong chance.
Well, Bernard, I hope you'll keep us updated on any additional progress. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Of course, no problem. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you. That's Kodal Minerals CEO Bernard Aylward.